Hello and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight, we are running episode 38 of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. This is the Age of Ashes Adventure Path from Paizo. But before we get into our sponsors for tonight's session, let's reintroduce our cast. Starting with Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I play Rune Ravenswood, the wizard who is not as bad as maybe he thought he was.
Yes.
Yes.
Jen.
Hi, I am Jen. I am playing the Vesperin, the sea elf rogue, who enjoys riding that line between complete asshole and lovable scamp.
Sam.
Hey guys, I am Sam. I play Aghi the Barbarian, who is trying not to shed a single drop of blood as a barbarian.
That's good. That's growth. That's a hard thing for a barbarian. Daniel. Yeah. It's a little
It is,
reunion.
man. They pop up out of nowhere.
He's bedazzled for it too. It's quite a sight. Well, tonight's session is brought to you by Smiteworks. They are the creators of Fantasy Grounds Unity, which we will be using throughout the campaign to manage all aspects of the virtual tabletop. I missed one. Let's introduce to Spence. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Spence. I wasn't here last week. That's why you forgot me. And I'm playing Monica, the halfling who's had an identity crisis of late and is slowly figuring it out.
And boy, do I have more identity crises for our players in store. Yes, everything that you see to the, I want to say left of us, that's Fantasy Grounds Unity. Virtual tabletop, it will take care of everything related to play, probably except for calling, if you're doing it virtually, which I assume you are. We're also using the Only Sheet, which is an Excel-based management tool for Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition. It can manage your entire party if you didn't want to use a virtual tabletop. If you're interested and you have Microsoft Office, go to theonlysheet.com to check it out. Our music tonight is Rock Narden, which you can hear now, I think. And our ambient playlists for Between the Songs is Michael Gelfi. You can see links to their Spotify and their YouTube channels in the show notes. But let's get into tonight's game. So we left off in a bit of a reunion. Sailix, you saw your son. It had been a while.
That I did.
Many years. I think you two spoke. Vesperin, you were included as well. And then you headed back to Breach Hill.
Yes.
Aghi was already in town. Rune, I take it after a while, maybe you headed back.
That is correct.
All right. What about you, Monica?
Of course, you get me when I have a mouthful of food. I was actually dead asleep the whole time in my quarters at the Citadel, and I was starting to set up the kitchen and realized that nobody was here. So I guess I'll go into town. I gotta pack up another box of stuff anyway.
Yeah. So when you reach Breach Hill, it's much nicer than before. The snow is nowhere near a point where it would even flirt with the idea of melting, but the sun's out, and that's enough for you. The wind's dying down as well. Aghi, you were sent to gather us around, weren't you?
Yeah. We're supposed to meet up at Lamon's Lament.
Yeah, and what would Aghi do in this situation? Let's say you needed to round up your friends, the Unforgotten as you know them to be. Where would you look for them?
I guess the first place would probably be she would head towards wherever it is that Rune lives, that place with all those weird books and
Yes.
stuff here in Breach Hill. She kind of remembers that place.
The Breach Hill Archives. Of course. Rune, are you there?
Oh, likely, yeah.
Dang it.
Do you knock on the door?
No.
Just skip them.
Just skip somehow.
All right. Sailix, Vesprin, where are you?
How much time has passed?
A couple hours. Wager about 3. So you've only just spoken to Varys and maybe walked back. You wouldn't have arrived long ago at all.
Sailix would probably take Varys to see Will.
Okay.
Would you want me along for that, or is this a very like father and son thing?
I mean, he wouldn't say no.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting strange glances from the younger elf beside Sailix.
Yeah, so I feel like Vesper would just be like, all right, you kids have fun. I'm gonna go elsewhere.
Vesprin, you've been in and out of Lamon's Lament recently. For whatever reason, it's the soup kitchen,
Okay.
the feeding hole for the poor here in
I thought
town. I
that
take
was
it you have.
the pickled ear.
The pickled ear is another option.
Okay.
But
But yeah, if
Pickled
that's
Ear
the
is a
other
much
one, that's
rowdier
fine.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, sure.
But you run into Aghi on the way. You could tell she's looking for something.
What's going on, Aghi? What do you need?
I have an idea of how to get everyone where I want them to be. Are you in?
Perhaps, but why are we doing this exactly? Like, what you looking to achieve here? Is it like, surprise party, or like I'm gonna murder all of you? Because if it's the latter, I don't know if I can support that option.
No, but it's really funny that you should speak of murder because that was part of my plan of, but not actually.
Okay, all right.
So, let me start over.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's break this down one step at a time. Yeah, okay. Like, so you want to gather everyone together?
Yes,
Why?
Will asked me to gather everyone together at Layman's Lament, but I have no clue where the fuck everyone is. So I figured if he told everyone I was killing someone here, they would all come.
Or we could just ask them.
I don't know where they are.
Yeah, but like here's the thing, okay? Like, let's say we went with your plan. Like, what would you fucking do here? Just like run in the fucking street shouting like, "Oi, I murdered everybody," and then just see who comes running out? Like, that's not gonna fucking do anything.
That's where you come in, though, Vespa.
Okay.
You're good at spreading information.
Yeah, but I also don't want to break you out of jail. Not that it wouldn't be fun and something to do, because, like,
I wouldn't actually murder someone.
Yeah, but, it takes them a while for these normal types to catch on, especially after, you just come off murdering a lot of people.
See your point. All right, then where the fuck is Sailix?
Okay.
And
Sailix
yeah.
went to visit Will. So maybe then he would bring him, I assume. I'm guessing Rune's fucking off with some book or whatever. Mordecai's probably in, the keg. And I don't know, the director's probably in a gutter. That just sounds like something he'd do. Just be like, in the middle of a gutter. So yeah, like
down the road, a block away, Sailix, you bump into Will. He's headed away from the barracks, towards Aghi and Vesprin, at least where you know them to be. He looks frustrated with you for a second. But then he starts to piece together what's happening. He sees Varys and his jaw drops. Varys, wow, okay. He's gonna hug Varys, but then soon he's just gonna point towards Vesprin and Aghi. Well, let's just meet. Okay?
But
We need to catch up.
Fine.
All right. Varys is gonna pull at your hand actually, as you head over that way. I'll hang back, Father. You do
Where-
that. I've got a case of trench foot. I need to rest. I'm not ready to meet everybody yet anyway.
All right. I will catch up with you later.
All right. I'll be in the barracks. I know the way. He smiles at you.
All right. Sailix will just kind of head back out.
All right. You meet with Vesperin and Aghi as they're having a conversation, plotting a way to get everybody together.
Yeah, so that's why I think that murder is perhaps not the strongest advertisement.
But anytime I've murdered someone, you guys
Mhm.
have all come running.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But you know, like, hey, let's all meet over here is also a perfectly, and one may argue, a bit more direct approach to achieving your goal without deception. Now, mind you, I'm somebody who loves a flavor of deception, but again, I don't really want to break you out of jail, as that would add a bit of a wrinkle.
Well,
on-
V,
Mhm.
do you honestly think they'd be able to put me in jail, first off?
That's a very valid point, but you know,
Fine,
to be
but
fair
well,
to Sailix, the gods are not a renewable resource. Oh, hi, Sailix!
So, just to let you in on a little tidbit, the guard's plan going forward is not to capture you, Aghi. It would be to kill you. And he'll clasp her on the shoulder and keep walking through forward. He's like, so let's not run through the streets crying about how you murdered anybody anytime soon, please.
It was just, you know, again, there's no such thing as a bad idea, except for maybe that one. But it's a process. We're learning.
fine. You go get the halfling. I'll go find the wizard.
All right.
We have to meet at where was it again? The Lament?
Yeah. I will just
And
like
this-
point to the building that they're like right in front of.
You'll notice, coming out of the pickled ear, Monica Freerunner. Having taken the tunnel, it's the best route if you're trying to avoid the cold and the wind, but Will is going to chime in before Aghi takes point. Let's do this without the wizard.
What do you mean, let's do it without the wizard?
All right. I'm going to let you in on something here. People in town think he's a fraud.
thinks runes are fraud?
Sailix, can you explain why there's a statue in his image?
Oh,
Which came first, huh?
God.
150 years old.
He's a fucking wizard. He could.
I don't know either, but these people can't even read, Sailix. They think he's deceiving them.
So
It's not a great idea to walk into Layman's Lament.
hang on a second. So let me understand this correctly. The townspeople think that Rune is a fraud because this statue that's been here in this town for hundreds of years or whatever looks like him, and somehow that means that he is a fake. Like, I would think, if anything, like, that would make him seem more magical, no?
That would follow my logic with it, yeah. Also, Salix, what's wrong with your face?
Long story. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Go in.
Okay. So are we talking like are they at rioting levels? Is this like a burn the
No.
witch situation? Like,
I mean, these people, they don't. He's gonna look at you and look around to make sure there aren't any humans about, and then he says, "You know they're kind. They're superstitious. It's fine. It's not gonna be a long conversation. We can meet him at the archives."
You said we're not gonna do it with the wizard, though.
Well, if we were using
not
this
for what I
meeting
need to talk
space.
about.
Why not meet in the archives then?
All right, Will. Let's speed this along, please.
I'm ready. He's gonna head into Layman's Lament.
Sailix will enter after.
Who follows?
following.
The place
Yeah.
is quite crowded. 30 or 40 people in here. Half-orc woman slinging drinks at the counter. There isn't a dry surface within eyeshot. But he finds an empty one, and he sits. There are other chairs around. Take a seat. My first question. Actually, no. You notice his hands are shaking. Let's get something to drink. And
Vesperin will sort of give a whistle and like wink at one of the waitresses in that like sup. And because I'm assuming she's been here before by what you said, and just hold up like however many fingers for glasses.
Yep. The poorest people in town, they go here, as well as the drunkest, because there's the only way to really get kicked out of this place is to break the law. And that crowd is out tonight. You notice actually. Yeah, go ahead.
If I notice that Will's hands are trembling, I will hand him my thermos that's filled with tea.
Thanks. I wish it were cold nerves. Monica, tell me what you know about
you need-
Amira Lang.
Oh. Well. She's part of a family that collects debts. She has ties to various lenders. She's decent in a fight. She likes listening a lot, so I have a feeling that she's probably had some experience with gathering information.
Yeah, you notice his eyes start to trail off as you speak. And then he calls at something behind you. If you've got
What?
something to say, say it.
I turn around to see what he's looking at.
A dwarf. Stocky. Some of you have seen him a few times. He's staring at Aghi across the bar. He's gonna stand up and head over to a keg to fill it up. Aghi, what are you doing?
Aghi will really just dismiss this dwarf. Like totally go about the air. He's not worth her time. But we'll ask Will after talking about this Lane and ask him if he's in trouble.
You're asking Will?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What's happened, Will?
She's bad news.
Obviously,
need
she
to
tried
know.
to date me.
I don't think she approves as the Unforgotten. Every step I've tried to take so far, in the council meetings, it's been nothing but vetoes, left and right.
Do you want me to talk to her?
No. Oh, but I want this guy to stop. And Will's gonna stand up. Rorsk, Axebane, if you have something to say to Aghi, I suggest you say it. Tavern's quiet all of a sudden. Rorsch turns around, but with him, maybe a dozen or so. Just the roughest people you've seen in town. Some out-of-towners. They turn around, the sound of chairs scooting. It's that awkward cacophony of people being alerted to something. Half the people in the room are standing now. The bartender walks into a back room. What do you guys do?
Sailix very clearly stands up next to Will, and his hand is on the hilt of Leviathan.
How about the rest of you?
Do I recognize any of these faces? Like, have I had drinks with them and stuff?
Yeah, wild cards. You never really know.
Okay.
I give him the intimidating glare of someone with my reputation in town.
Okay. Is that a real intimidating glare?
I can, yeah. So
Okay.
I can demoralize with a mere glance, and when I do, demoralize loses auditory trait and gains the visual trait. So basically, I'm just giving him the. Do you really want to do this right now?
I mean, I'll roll intimidate too by that token.
Yeah. Let's roll these things.
All right.
I'm gonna say Aghi is still sitting, looking at them.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like Vesper.
So like, the three of us just look at him, all with daggers in our eyes.
No. I want to be clear. Like again, Vesper stands up and just has that like cool, casual professionalism. Like she has her work face on. Of like, oh, you want to start some shit? I'm here for it.
Does Aghi even recognize these guys?
Not really.
You know, gonna roll up my sleeves a little bit. Like this is like that. Like I picture Vespa is totally Brad Pitt getting into the bare knuckle boxing fight. Like, yeah, ready to go.
I guess Aghi will look around at you guys. Aren't we here for drinks? I don't even know who this guy is.
Exactly. I'm sitting down as well with Aghi, but just like
He's gonna down the rest of his mug. You know, we were fine before you lot showed up.
were you now?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And so when the archives were burning down and you all were in a panic, who...
Yeah, we built it.
Yeah. But who stopped the fire? We did.
Yeah, and who rebuilt that castle for you? I did.
You did. And you were paid for it.
Right. As soon as things were calm, you just left, huh?
Things were
What
calm
happened to the
here.
Bumble Brashers then, huh?
I killed them.
Mm-hmm.
Aghi,
Is that why you're throwing a pissy fit right
Yeah,
now?
she's walking free. That's the issue.
I feel... I get up off my chair. I don't have my weapons on me, and I go up to Rosk. And I talk so that only he can hear me. I am facing the same difficulties that I see you are facing. Sailix says he will deal with it. I believe him. There are things in place if she raises a hand to any of our allies again. Let us handle it. I don't want to see you or anybody else in this village get hurt because we can't control our feelings about what's happened. We need you to be here and whole and hale and level-headed. Do you understand me?
He smashes the tankard on the ground. She needs to be in chains.
You've said your
Go ahead.
piece.
Aghi will stand at this point, and if no one stops her, try to approach him.
Aghi, you're going to make this worse. Stop.
She knows what she's
Oh.
doing.
What's that? You ready? Fists. Let's go.
Remember your promise,
He'll
Aghi.
start removing rings from his beard and throwing them on the ground. Cracking his neck.
Vesperin's gonna start collecting bets quietly.
The sound of ravens can be heard.
Oh, time's up.
Start appearing at the windowsills.
You guys traded one problem for a bigger problem.
They're poking at the glass, just causing this ruckus. It's like the movie Birds.
I hate that movie.
Oh god.
Guess they look around.
And in a portal of black feathers, cloaked rune appears. Bit of a booming voice. Is there a problem here, Rorsk?
There's no problem, wizard.
It's fucking Breachton, huh? Yeah.
As I recall, when we came here, you almost died in an explosion.
Yeah.
We helped you. We did right by
There's a-
you.
All right. That was years ago. That's
Was.
nothing now.
It's everything. You would not be here today to cause this trouble, to have that drink, if it weren't for the Unforgotten. You did right by us. You built that citadel. With our hands. And you're right. We left you. Left all you. It wasn't intentional. There are problems going on beyond here. Problems that could affect Breach Hill. Could ruin everyone here. And we felt the need to follow it, to track it down. And it kept us away. Breach Hill's a good place. Monica alone has managed to stake a claim here. He's done right by you. Yeah?
Yeah. Right. Call it off. Sit the fuck down. He spits on the floor. When you need something, it's Freerunner we speak to. Claire?
Agreed.
Right. Sorry, Aghi.
Have a nice drink.
He moves back. to the keg.
A bag of coin floats over to the bar. The drinks are on the Unforgotten tonight.
Mixed emotions in the air.
Come on, Aghi. Let's go sit down.
Vesperin reluctantly hands everybody back their bets. Like, ugh.
Will Lavendale. I was hoping to run into you.
Where are you?
I was.
It was quite a show there, wizard.
A little theatrics never hurts. Tell me
Spoke to
about
Mira?
Vos Lorraine.
Hi. Um,
And we were actually in the middle of something, so let's finish that first.
Alright then.
I don't know. I mean, that's a name that has a lot of implications around here.
It does.
It's fine. I'll let you all finish. I'll be outside.
Thank you.
Rune exits.
Next time, use the door.
Not as fancy.
Sailix like kind of gives him a look like,
This extra wizard is going to be the death of me.
my guy.
buddy.
Will, say your piece.
Rune was speaking with Amira. And I don't trust her with anything.
Okay.
She
Then
could be conspiring.
remove her from her post and distance her from all official matters within the guard.
You can't do that
Her
without
uncle
evidence,
is
Sailix.
her uncle is still on the council as well.
Oh, he's due to be removed. He hasn't set foot in Breach Hill in quite some time. But no matter, he owns a quarter of the city anyway. And without evidence, we can't just remove somebody from the council. She's got public favor. We can figure it out later. I just need you to know that Amira speaking with Rune is not a good idea.
Can you
But-
give some context as to
Yeah.
why it's not a good idea? Is it that you think he's getting bad information from her, or that she's poisoning him against us, or what?
I feel like
She-
that is a tall order to do. Considering who Rune is as a person.
Well,
True.
I
But we
mean,
have to address Will's concerns.
here's the question I have is like, you know, again, if she's the one sowing this anti-unforgotten sentiment, then what is making you suspect that whatever she's saying to Rune is one of the bad things? Like, is she the one stirring up this unrest about him looking like your statue?
There's almost no way of knowing, Vesper, and that's the issue. She's got eyes on every part of the town. I can't fully explain why, but she knows everything that goes on in the city, and she's not ever used it for good. Just for her company.
I mean, we can kill her.
No, let's
Oh.
not do that. That is not the answer to everything.
Just a solution.
We're just at the idea stage here, okay? Again, there's no such thing as a bad idea.
They're
The two guards at the table exchange a look.
yeah, and Monica just pinches her nose and just goes, "There's no such thing as a bad question.
No,
Question, not a
bad
bad
ideas.
bad ideas are
Nope.
very much anyway. What do you want
Right.
us to do about it? Well,
Just keep an eye out. Rune's smart. I don't think she's gonna deceive him to any remarkable extent. I just need. I need you to look for a pattern, if there is one.
have you checked the register at all? Anything
No,
weird
but I
on
know
there?
she does.
She does? Okay.
It's one of the few.
I'll talk to her.
All right. I'm gonna speak with Rune then.
Do you want to do it here or at the archives?
I'll speak to him at the archives.
I sent a message to Rune. Meet us at the archives, or we'll meet you there. You can reply to this message.
I'm already here.
Standard texted and message rate may apply.
Well, so yes, spell rates may apply. So we'll stop to eat his luncheon. He doesn't seem to say a word to Aghi, but he invites anyone else to come join and at least eat and take a break from the bitter weather outside.
I think Monica would just stay long enough to have a cup of tea and then be really disgusted with it and just be like, okay, I'm done. Moving on.
Ah, man, this place sure does serve the finest ale I've ever had in town.
As everybody kind of like meanders off around, Sailix kind of leans on the table in front of Will. He's like, "So, brother, he's picking food off of Will's plate. You know what the year is, right?
You pain me with this, Sailix.
It's a comet year.
My kind. Yeah, I'm aware it's a comet year, Sailix. My folk, we count solar years because we don't live to see very many comets.
But we didn't celebrate for the last 7 years. Sailix will just stand up and kind of like pat him on the shoulder. By the way, your nephew is waiting for you in the barracks. He was very excited to see you and very saddened by your dismissal of him. So please handle that. I only get to see him very few years of my life, and I would prefer not having a sad child around.
What happens then? If he grows fond of me, the half-elf dies. He's got such a long life to live, Sailix.
Well,
I wouldn't want to do that to him.
That's
Think
a
of all the
lot.
comets that would go by in my absence.
So hang on a second, Will. You were saying you would rather have him just have his only memory of you refusing to see him as just that asshole. So he's gonna live the rest of that long life thinking that you rejected him, and you think that's okay? That
Sailix
is
has a
better to having a relationship, getting to know you, and building that bond that, yes, maybe it will eventually go away, but that's like the cycle of fucking life.
Oh, Vesperin. I kid. What's the elf saying? Life is short. Oh no, that's not elven. That's human. But I did get you a gift, Sailix. You've inspired me to exchange it. I'll be giving it to your nephew. He's gonna pat you on the shoulder, and get up.
As he walks, so he turns his head around. My nephew.
Look, I'm very drunk. And then he's gonna look at Aghi. I'll see you at the archives.
Aghi, maybe you should go with him. Make sure he doesn't get lost. He seems a bit unsteady.
And with that, he's out the door.
Salix will,
Like Vesper's like pushing her.
Salix will look
Wait.
as she rises from the table. He's like, he said no blood, but he didn't say anything about any other fluids. So go spill Callistria's liquid.
Like, I feel like Vesper's like looking at Sailix like, I got this.
You'll notice Salix is also quite drunk. He was
You have a kid?
he was tossing
Yeah,
him back.
just go after Will. Don't even worry about it. You'll figure it out. Go, 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 go. Hey, you can catch him.
Augie will leave, but she is not hurrying anywhere.
Well, Ruin is headed to the archives, or at the archives.
Yeah, Monica's already gone there and is chatting.
Very slowly walking to the archives. Oh my
All right, well then
God.
I'll ask who do you think is the slowest to arrive at the archives? Because we'll pick up from there.
It sounds like Vesperin and Sailix, I guess.
All right, so if that's the case, I fully want to fall into the archives through shadow stepping, drunkenly, pulling Vesperin with him.
Oh my god. I just want like I want it to be a thing where like Vesperin drinks roughly the same amount, but is like lightly buzzed.
Yeah, no, Sailix doesn't drink at all.
And she's just like looking at it like, what the fuck?
Then, as you all meet, Will's last to join. He opens the door. You guys are all, I imagine, on the main floor of the archives here.
Rune would have brought everyone to his living space.
Right. In the basement.
Yeah.
The hatch opens. You hear Will. He's grumbling as he makes his way down. There's an issue.
What's
Calls
that?
out. Boots hitting the ladder as he makes his way down. I can't find Varys.
I'm sorry. What?
I can't find Varys. He looks at Rune and then in the direction of a very particular bookshelf. He makes a sort of pained expression. It's like the mundane version of trying to cast the message spell as he shoots him this peculiar glance.
Wow.
You can search
Monica
for him.
will get up and go look at the register.
right.
Assuming that I know where it is.
Yeah, so the register is kept in the living space, but just in the hallway as you come down the ladder to hit to the living space. It's really the only, there's a pedestal with the ledger there. It's the only thing in that area of
Okay.
the basement. But yeah, he clearly keeps it there to allow it to continue to do whatever it does.
Yep. So I'll flip it open.
There are ways, magical, to contribute to this register from outside the archives. They're kept at one of the gates. And it's been filled. There's Lavendel. He left some time ago.
And are these entries made by the guard? Or are they just magical, so-and-so came through the gate, so-and-so left?
They're made by the guard.
Amira is the only one on duty right now,
The
right?
one with the register, that is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I look at Sailix very pointedly. There is an entry that he left.
Salix's mood very visibly changes from cheery and playful to kind of like, right, he's a busy kid. He's got places to be.
Vesperin would quietly like slip her hand in his and just give him like a little squeeze.
Anyway, Will, what did you want?
Well, I believe this visit was because of me.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I'm just going
Rune?
where I'm told.
Well,
You speak to Amira, huh?
that I did, yeah.
Anything to report? He gives you a
What can you tell me
very
about
particular
Voslerain?
look. I know what you know, Rune. We shared notes. I wrote the report. She left.
And nothing happened after that.
They took her. Should I have followed up?
Rune is clearly eyeing him for insight.
Yeah. Anyone else can eye up Rune for insight
Sure.
on this. About
Well,
the peculiar
Ru-
unit.
Rune, before everybody got here, told me what was going down. So Monica's just watching the situation.
What do you want us to roll?
That can be I think it's I don't think there is sense motive. I think it's perception now.
Yeah.
I think.
Could Aghi actually like step in front of Will, and mention like, could Varys have gone to the Citadel?
That was my first thought. Nobody takes the North Road these days. Citadel is truly the only reason, especially in this weather. There's nothing up there. Maybe he forgot something, but it doesn't make sense. He just got here.
Maybe he's trying to do something there.
Well,
Sailix, did you say something to him?
Sailix is walking by him, going back up the ladder. It's like, well, I'm gonna go figure it out.
Does it say what? Does the book say what gate he left out of?
Yeah, it's the It is the north gate.
It does say he left out the north gate.
Do you want company for this? And she makes it clear in her face that like this is a thing that like he can say no to, just like if he wants to support or not.
Sailix just kind of like shakes his head no and keeps climbing the ladder.
Sailix,
Yes.
you took your horse, I think.
Son of a bitch. All right. Looks like I'm flying.
If you give me a moment, I can take us there.
Sure.
If you need to leave now, go ahead.
I have a moment.
Rune will sort of cock his head. According to the ledger, Corvus says he left about 2 hours ago, so he's got a bit of a head start. What was the perception check on our friend Will?
He's nervous. He's real nervous. Starting to simmer though, as Sailix was heading out.
Well,
The focus was pulled from him.
Amira told me that you arranged for Voz to be set free.
How much
So
do you
you're a bit
trust this
nervous.
Amira?
Fucking Sailix wheels around. He's like,
Do you head back down that ladder?
he shadow steps down the fucking ladder and is in Will's face real quick.
Hold on.
You
Let him say
fucking-
his piece.
You what?
Yep. There it is, Rune. Is the wizard happy?
No, that's why I wanted to talk to you. I don't quite
Aghi's
believe
gonna
her.
grab Sailix.
Yeah.
I don't quite believe Amira, but there's an edginess about you that I can't quite pin down.
Because
Did you have
Varys
something
is
to do with
fucking
it?
missing. Rune.
What?
Varys is gone right now. There's plenty of reasons to be nervous. Why are you
No, I did it.
blaming?
What?
I'm not blaming.
What?
That is why
what-
I'm here.
Hang on. He said he done it. Why did you do it?
She talked me out of it. She knew I spent years as a prisoner. She fed into it. She could
He
read it from
manipulated you.
everything that happened in Ustalav. It's like it was a book for her to browse. Maybe Sailix, maybe it doesn't matter to him as much. I was a boy.
All
I
right.
didn't understand. It was fucking years ago. Rune,
Will,
this is what I was talking about with Amira.
I'm disappointed. I'm not angry, and I'm not going to hurt you. You're right, it was years ago. It happened. But now we know that Vaz is out there. And she's had years to try and figure out what her next step is.
So we're not just going after the triad, we're facing her again. Delightful.
As I recall, she always said that she was connected to the triad. Tangentially at best, but connected. I think it's time we may have looked at something that we didn't before, and I hope there's still something there.
Oh. I don't like where this is going.
Probably not as bad as you think. Do you know if anyone has taken over her old bookshop?
No, it's been dormant.
We never looked there. And all the chaos that happened, we never stepped foot inside her bookshop to really give it a good look, aside from the trappy part.
I did pore over it, okay? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit guilty about what happened. I was blindsided. Her nose was broken. She was covered in blood. That was my experience as a prisoner of war with Sailix, and I couldn't see it happen to somebody else, okay?
Well, we're not blaming you. She is a master manipulator. You saw what she tried to do to me.
Sailix looks to Rune. He's like, "Time's up. If Lorraine's at the Citadel and my son's there, I don't want to wait anymore."
Oh no, Lorraine's long since gone. She's had years to go off and do whatever she needed to do, but she's out there after us. Regardless, you're right, time is up. I do blame you, Will. I'm not saying you didn't have reasons.
I guess I fit in then, huh?
What?
Yeah, you've always fit in with us.
No, it's not until the inaugural mistake. That's when it's settled, huh?
Then I guess you've been a part of us for years.
I checked the bookstore. It's little details, clues. I'll clue you in on it when you get back, okay?
All right.
All right. Thanks for being honest, Will.
He doesn't look Salix in the eye, but he does apologize.
Runa pulls out his hand as his staff pulls over to him, and he begins chanting. After a good while, he looks at everyone. Please, if you don't mind.
Yep.
He holds out his staff.
Touching the staff.
Not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, Sailix will touch it.
And where do you take us?
Gingerly.
Does the Vesperin and Aghi?
Yeah. Aghi will glance at Will briefly and then go to the staff.
There's enough time while Rune's casting to have another quick conversation. So, but yes, he will.
I'm sure
return back
Sailix is
to-
just glaring. So.
Oh
I'll set
yeah.
his ring.
If like he's just staring holes through Will right now.
Back to Alcetta's ring.
And with that, you appear down below. What do you guys do when you arrive?
Rune immediately sends out the ravens to see if they can find Varys.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Sailix?
He also goes to find Varys.
I go to the kitchen because that's where I would start lurking.
Yeah. What about you, Vesprin? Aghi?
Did you say lurking or looking?
Looking.
All right.
Both.
Either would work.
Well, I mean, I did make some things that are currently simmering and stuff, so yeah. It might smell good there.
Augie's gonna look and see if anything's like been disturbed on the ground. Footprints, anything out of place that shouldn't be there.
Make a perception check since you said that.
Rune will head to the stables.
Yeah.
Not a performance check. JK. Wait, sorry, I'm rolling grab the wrong one.
That's a good roll, though.
Vesper would be in
What
that
is-
room.
For some reason, it keeps grabbing that. Sorry.
Vesper would be in the room that we found him in initially to see what he was looking at specifically before we all left.
Aghi notices it first. The faintest footprints. You're all out and about, scattered throughout this forlorn citadel, but Aghi and Vesprin, you're down below. You realize, Aghi, the subtlest prints. They lead straight to Jewel Gate.
Augie will point it out to Vesprin. Is anyone else down here?
No, they're out and about. Perhaps an errant raven might fly down here before returning, but it wouldn't be hard to gather them up.
Yeah. I guess if Rune or Sailix, like if Sailix and Rune are within, you know, shouting distance, then she'd do that. If not, then she'd send her falcon out with a message of like, "Hey, we found a trace by Jewel Gate."
Augie just wants to go through the gate.
And when you all meet up down here, down below,
Rune is very confused as
staring
to
at Jewel Gate.
why there are footprints near Jewel Gate.
Yeah, Aghi, this I guess had been done luck. You know elven boots when you see them. Will got them from Sailix. So maybe it's just tradition to steal stuff from him, but yeah, they lead straight, maybe through, perhaps. Sailix, what do you do as you arrive here?
He just walks through Jewel Gate.
You smack into it.
Oh, really?
It's like a shelf of vertical water. The impact it's semi-fluid, but yeah, your wings might catch your balance.
Oh, that
What do you need
explains
to
it.
get through the gate, huh?
Did Varys take the other gem? There's no other way he could have gotten through Jewel Gate.
Not that I knew of.
Do you
Well-
still have it?
I thought it was growing out of my face.
The
There was-
larger gem, the one that you found.
The key itself.
Say it one more time.
So the key.
The larger gem.
Yep.
The one that you'd found.
First, you might know initially when you passed through the gate, it was some harmony between what was growing out of your skull and the large uncut gem that you used as the key
Right.
to the gate.
Right.
You know exactly where you left it in your bag, and it's exactly not there. Thinking back, that pat on the back was a little bit strange for Varys.
Are you sure that it was your son?
He's a prodigy.
After learning what we've just learned, and we know she can change shape.
There's certain things that he knew that no one else would know. So unless she can siphon off memories, it was him.
There is a way to do that. Just
There's
saying.
still begets a problem. We have no way through the gate. This also implies that whoever went through that gate also began to show the same signs of jewel growth on their skin. Because as I recall, it was a harmony between the person and the gem that caused the gate to open.
Yeah. So if there's something, it would make more sense that is bloodline.
Did somebody throw? So this is out of character. Did somebody throw boots at the orcs from the last encounter? Am I
Oops.
okay? I'm misremembering something then. Okay.
But there is that cave of gems.
Yeah, could we like get another one?
Sailix, you do
Potentially.
remember how to get there.
All right.
Path on the mountain too. It's a trail of dried blood that'll lead you straight to there.
Worth a shot.
Too
I
soon
don't have a
yet.
quick way there. I'll need to rest first.
We can just walk it the old-fashioned way.
That'll be a trek, but alright. Considering we flew last time.
It's true.
Well, I'll grab it then.
Anybody comes with. Path isn't that dangerous.
I'll go with
High up.
because
Oh, Rune will go.
I feel like she wouldn't trust Sailix to like, because he's like drunk and like having a shitty day. He's not on his game, so
This is
she'll
the
go with
best
Uh,
birthday.
Monica senses that something's gonna happen when they get back, so I am going to be packing up supplies and a bag. So I'm gonna stay put, and then if somebody comes, I can, deal with it.
All right. What's the order for entering this small crawl space? Some of you have solutions to that, though.
Well, if that's the case, getting there, Sailix will, I guess, go in after Vesperin,
Yeah, I'd probably go first.
since she's more acclimated to this and stealthy coming in.
Bruno going
This-
in last.
Cave is a crawl space. Rune, do you have magic to make your form smaller? Because this is going to be
Oh, yeah.
an athletics check to actually squeeze through here. It is extremely tight.
Oh,
Claustrophobia
let me
is
see
a
if
factor.
I have that spell. I do. Humanoid form. He'll shift himself down to a halfling.
Oh, little halfling room. The relationship between stone and ice is uncertain here. Things are three-dimensional. They echo, and there are crystals everywhere. There are spaces that seem like you could crawl or climb, but they're quite deceptive. And it's a struggle to not get lost. Because it is within a cave, it hasn't been weathered. You can see the dried blood on the trail that Aghi and Demiri both took through, like winding up to get to the other side, but something catches your eye before you make your way out the other end. There's a wall of crystals singing again.
Detect
Uncut
magic
gems
at will.
pulling out. Yeah, gems are weird. They are.
Do they have the same kind of vibe as the ones from the way station?
They do.
All right.
Indeed, they do.
So Sailix listens to the song that they're kind of putting out, and kind kind of traces his hand along the wall, and wherever the sound gets louder or like harmonizes to a certain point,
Sailix.
he'll snap that crystal off.
Rune, for a moment when you look, after you did what you just did, you see the image of an elf with dark, tan skin, white hair, piercing green eyes. He's smiling at you. A ball of green magic forming between his hands.
Sailix,
Yeah,
your son have green eyes.
like emeralds. Wait, no?
Or he might have, yeah.
I thought he did in the picture, sorry.
They're blue-green.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
No, this doesn't look like him. Oh, it
Rune
doesn't
will
look
try and
anything like
interact with
Sailix.
it. Who are you?
A memory.
Of?
He smiles, and it's like he's walking backwards into this dimension that is the reflection of a crystal. And as he does, it passes the reflections point of where you stand from it, and you feel a sense of chills. But he disappears. You can make a knowledge check. He's wearing the finest robes you've seen an elf wear.
Society?
Yeah, why not? But everything seems to calm after that. It rolled poor. They
Happens.
look highly expensive. Old style.
He'll quickly take out a parchment will float out while he uses crafting to draw what he saw for research later.
Would you
Alright.
show this to either of the elves?
Once it's done drawing, yeah, he doesn't hide
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not a great time to show that drawing, but you return to the Citadel.
it. Yeah.
When you do, Sailix, what do you do now that you have this crystal?
I guess he's going to approach Jewel Gate again. See if anything happens.
The thing begins to receive you. You see that connection, that pillar of light beaming out between you and the key and the gate itself, and it opens. The rest of you, I take it, you've gathered to see this. And you're ready to move to the next room. You all follow then?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no eerie haunt at the other side. The way station has been cleared. There's no Varus either. You continue.
Do we see a continuation of the trail?
That'll be a survival check.
Oh. Ugh.
Did we roll the same? Yeah.
Oh boy, we suck at this.
Yeah, you can't find the tracks. It's probably just the snow that had already been lost on the way in. It might be near impossible to actually see the footprints at this point.
Probably went
You know
through
there's
the other
only one other way
side.
out of here.
Yeah, no, Sailix
Those are the
isn't.
worst survival skill checks I've ever seen hit my tower, by the way.
as they're like looking at the ground and everything, Sailix just keeps walking through the other gate. Like he's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
So maybe that's it. Like we're trying to like look and like, hang on a second, and then Sailix just completely fucks up the trail, and we're like,
Oh my god.
well, all right.
On the other side, as you remember it, there's a cave. Crystals all around. Monica, this is a sight for you, though. This is new. They seem to have experienced all already. You can feel that breeze and some strange noise off in the distance. Humming, maybe the tumbling of errant rocks. What do you do?
I try to wake up Kyrian and be like, look, this is fucking cool. Yeah, I'm standing in awe. It's so pretty. And that's about like jaw open, looking like a codfish. Just wow.
Crystal.
Let's be very quiet. Don't get too near any of the crystals, because we don't know how many more of those things might be lurking about, and they seem drawn to the alarms.
What things?
Oh.
Right, proper fucking wormy things. They almost killed Aghi last time.
Oh,
You'll see the
almost.
carcass up ahead.
So quiet, like.
right. Okay.
And yeah, I guess Vesperin would lead the way. But quietly.
Yeah.
Is light needed down here?
It is very dark, yeah. Light is needed. So a
Unless you have
stealth check
dark
for
vision.
Vesperin to scout ahead. Vesperin does not need light.
Sailix will go with her. He'll stay like 10, 20 feet back, but
Stealth check.
yeah. He's not a slouch at stealth, so.
Rune will be stealthy just to do his best.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right. I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody. Nobody got higher than a 7. And,
Oh, God.
But Aghi got a 20. So
Good
well done.
job!
Still super low because
He is not quiet.
23 is bad.
She's trying so hard.
All right. Some of you might understand how bad that went as rocks tumble and roll
Hang
and the
on,
earth shifts.
because I think that with Sneak Savant, even when I fail, I still succeed.
Oh, yeah. With your bonus, you did okay.
Okay.
With the plus 23, it's
Yeah.
that the people not that far from you,
Okay.
realistically speaking, they did not so good. Also, the thing to consider is as you get closer, some of these gems, they light up. If you're not invisible, which Vesperin, you are anyway, I doubt this matters, they chime almost like a natural alarm about your location. But fortunate for you, nobody answers the call. You make
Okay.
it to the other side of this cave,
Phew.
where you see this massive worm just laying there dead. It's covered. It's actually just in pieces, shattered. You can make out its face, and then the general shape of a pile of worm tissue, and sort of the rocks that it's been eating away at to build these tunnels. But you make it all the way there without incident. You hear then a shout. No. It's Varus. Maybe 100 feet away. Sailix, you recognize it. There's a squeeze space, though, to get through.
I'll go. Since I'm tiny.
I feel like Sailix will want to go first after his son.
I realize that.
Sailix, what do you do?
You said it's 100 feet away?
Well, you have no idea. Distant. It's a distant voice.
Yeah,
calling out.
He'll run after it.
What kind of pace are people keeping with old Sailix here?
Vesperin can keep pace easily.
Yeah, if Sailix starts running, Augie will go after him.
Right.
Rune will join.
And Monica's just able to get through the tight spaces a little bit faster than most people. So that's where I catch up. But I have
All right.
short legs.
The tight cave opens to the back of a hewn stone wall. There's a crack in it, zigzagging down. You hear the voice, stronger. Quite a din in there as well. There's commotion. You hear a door slamming, a gust of wind. You see a map?
No.
I got all the icons, but no maps popping.
I have a
Oh.
map.
Oh, we'll cut out of the map.
Sailix in the dark.
Yeah, I'm in the dark too.
Wait. Let's try this. That's weird. I'll be proper descriptive. Sailix, what do you do?
Moves towards his kid.
Right. Squeezing through the crawl space. It's only about 20 feet long. This wall is incredibly thick as you make your way through. It opens to a wide, high-ceilinged room, all carved stone, 2 fountains, fungus growing out of them. Who follows?
Vesperin does.
All right.
I'll follow as soon as other people stop following.
Does anybody still not see the map?
I still
I'm-
can't see it.
I see it.
Can you
Frank
try
Shane.
repopping it for me? I'm gonna exit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it fine.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Ah! All right. So, Sailix, Vesperin, Monica, Rune, Aghi?
Yeah, Augie would wait and just
Well,
make
Rune's,
sure no
Rune's
one's
gonna
coming.
Rune's actually gonna cheat in Dimension Door.
Of course he is.
Does that create light? What is dimension? What's the effect of Dimension Door as you travel?
So his
What does it look
effective
like?
Dimension Door is it's literally a ring of raven feathers that just sort of envelops him, and he reappears in the same sort of effect.
Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Cacophony of like cawing.
Yeah.
Not for this spell, it doesn't.
You're just like, shut up!
Fucking Corvus is just in the background. Here we go.
The,
Hello
I
there.
fully believe I
I'm
have the
coming
spell
through.
on mute. I'm
I'm
sorry.
being real stealthy, master! This is my stealthy voice!
Sailix, I take it you're not trying to be stealthy.
No, he's
All right, Rune, you reappear where?
He has to be able to see it, so it's gonna be straight ahead, really.
All right. You see the 2 fountains before you, the tall ceiling. You glance around. You're following the noise, but the echo is disorienting. Dimension Door also happens to have that effect. You do see movement, and it takes half an instant for you to realize that you regret what you see. On all 6s, a creature's face opens up, its teeth, and a throat to swallow you with, and that's all about I could describe for it. Except that it's massive, and it's growling at Sailix.
Oh boy.
And we're going to roll initiative. I'll get it for you.
Yeah, we are. I wish I had had time to rest.
But you do have initiative, Rune.
Dog, fuck off.
What do you
Ian,
do?
Ian, since I was being stealthy, can I roll from stealth initiative?
100%.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Monica can as well. Because it's, unless you were not being stealthy.
What?
You can roll stealth for initiative if you'd like.
It
I don't
didn't
know.
change
That
anything.
that was a great roll too.
It,
So
it
Oh,
wouldn't
snap.
change because my my modifiers are the same for both of them. So
Last.
So Rune will backstep to get away from
Oh,
it.
here.
Is there an
Move.
icon for this thing?
Yes. There is now.
And
Might be knowledge check time on this thing for the wizard.
yeah, what knowledge do you want? Nature,
Hmm.
Arcana, religion, society,
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's an aberration. Occultism usually helps with
Arcana.
that.
Oh, occultism.
Yep. Hmm. All right. Intelligent
So,
creature.
all
Are
right.
you got something?
No, go ahead. Intelligent creature.
Intelligent creature. So they can speak. You don't know what. Dark vision. Attack of opportunity. And no immunities or weaknesses that you know of.
All right. He is gonna try a. No, it might not be abyssal.
Hmm.
Do aberrations typically have a language that he knows of?
No. They're really the
All
junk
right.
drawer for living creatures.
That's
They're
fair.
all over the place.
Um. He's going to use undercommon and just yell to stop in undercommon. And his specific action is going to be to cast blur on himself.
Blur.
Yep. Target's form becomes blurry, becomes concealed. As the nature of the effect leaves the target's location obvious. The target can't use concealment to hide or sneak.
Ooh.
But I'm
All
considered
right.
concealed.
Yeah. Monica.
so I have to wait till my friends are out of my way.
I mean, you should be able to squeeze through. There's an action. It is an action to move through a friend space. It's just difficult terrain.
Well,
So
and
you're
I
at half
have
speed.
I have Surefoot, so that would kind of cancel that.
Okay.
So I'll move to here. And I will say in Draconic when I see this thing, holy shit. I will knock an arrow, but I will not fire because I hang on. Glean lore. That is an action. Can I try to look at it with my eyes going white and try to see if I can learn anything since Rune hasn't said anything out loud?
Yes. Occultism.
Okay.
You have it.
I do. Okay, so what you'll see, Rune, because you're probably the only one who can, is like smoke and like the memory of a flame comes off of Monica's shoulders and head, and her eyes go white for a moment as she takes in information.
Mm.
And so critical success would be you comprehend the lore accurately or gain a useful clue from the divine about your situation. Or in my case, probably Curian.
Yeah, you learn first and foremost, you learn what Rune learns.
Right.
Weaknesses you don't know. You do know. However, in addition, it does speak undercommon.
Does it really?
The best guess. Yeah.
Okay.
You've nailed that one.
So I'll say it speaks Undercommon if anybody knows it, but that's not one of my skills.
Ah, good enough for me. Already covered.
Great. And that's it. I don't fire. I just am ready.
Right. Hopping over this fountain, its muscular third arm actually breaks the spout on the top of it as it charges towards Monica in a frenzy. Immediately, it attempts to claw swipe as the weight sort of shifts. First one is a hit. Next, it's going to try to grab a hold of you with claws. A critical hit. It lashes on. The blood starts. It's pooling at your feet, though. It hasn't managed to actually physically grab you, but that tear is quite serious. Aghi, it's your turn. What do you do?
She's sort of stuck behind everyone right now.
Push him.
Yeah, she's just gonna, probably hear Monica cry out and whatever this beast sounds like, and just like, okay, V, it's time to get out of here.
Start pulling her backwards. we got a lunch date.
Let's go.
Back in the cave.
Yeah. So she's just gonna push Vesperin out of this hole.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a roll.
How hard are you pushing?
Urgently.
Okay, Vesperin, I'll let you take this if you want to end your turn to the left or the right of Sailix.
I'd like to be here in this step behind
Alright.
him, if that's possible.
Yep.
Okay.
Aghi, that will take you there, and it
Cool.
will use all of your movement.
Perfect.
However, that movement does provoke an attack of opportunity on you, Aghi. This thing, it's quadrupedal in that it's on 4 of its limbs. The 2 in the center, they flare out almost like wings, like insect wings. One of them tries to reach at you. It has this eerie awareness about it. With this claw attack. But it's a miss. You have 2 actions left.
Yeah. So she is going to first try and punch at it. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to target it. Sorry.
That's a hit.
Yeah. And as she's doing so, can she move over to here? And she's trying to draw its attention away from the rest of the party.
Yeah.
So she's
that
like
you can.
punched it, but then like backing up, waving her arms, like calling it a stupid git.
All right. Yeah, that punch is not going to do any. It's certainly not breaking skin, right?
Nah,
It's enough
Just
to throw it off, though. You're shifting weight.
piss him off.
Vesperin.
Vesperin's gonna take a step here, and then I'm gonna mark him for death. So I'm getting my mark on him.
All right. Mark for death is 3 actions.
Yep.
In round, so you'll use your last action next round to finish the mark. So that
Oh,
step
well,
for
no,
10.
because I can get a free step with Skirmisher Strike.
Oh, okay. Look at you. All right. We marking.
Yeah.
Sailix, you do hear the wailing beyond the walls there. But beyond the doors, between you and the double doors, about 40 feet away from you, there is this great beast, though.
All right. He's going to take Leviathan out and, well, for this round, he's going to strike at it. Once. And then twice.
A miss.
And third time. Nah. All right. And then he kind of sets into a stance.
I like it. Rune, that puts us back to you. What do you do?
Ooh. All right. Rune's gonna play it pretty simple. He sort of waves his staff off to one side as some stone and rubble begin to float up as he pelts the creature with telekinetic projectile. At least attempts to.
That's a hit.
Yay!
Ooh. Shredded. What else have you got?
He then throws his staff up in front of him as it begins to spin really fast as a one-action shield spell.
Monica.
I'm angry now.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to Searing Wave is a 30-foot cone. So I will say duck Aghi and hit this thing with Searing Wave, hopefully.
Ooh, Searing Wave?
Yeah.
Oh no, ducking will help.
Yeah.
It's a cone, so I can try to not hit Aghi.
Yeah, you can start the cone.
Okay.
Yeah, those 3 arms,
Yeah.
or the 3 limbs on that side. You're hitting a very, cornered cone. It succeeded the save, so it takes half of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the flames just crawl down the fur. You can almost make out some vermin or insects, maybe maggots crawling out, fleeing the fur that it's latched onto, as it's just singeing all down that side of its body.
And can I take one shot at it with my bow, since that was 2 actions?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Kyrian took care of that. So your hands are still, it's still knocked.
Did that hit?
Oh, are you
Oh.
in melee?
Yeah.
I think.
Why was I not?
I think that incurs a penalty.
Well, yeah, I did the penalty one. So it's only plus 12 instead of plus 22.
Okay. Yeah, that's a miss.
That's all right. I'm bleeding, so that's why.
The dog doesn't relent. It unleashes a flurry of claws. This is going to be 4 claw strikes. It's distributed evenly. He's quite angry.
Amongst who?
Monica, Sailix, Aghi.
Oh no.
and
Nope, I
Monica
might
again.
die for real this time.
Oof.
Well, we'll start with Sailix, unless it was a miss for Sailix. It was a hit for Sailix. It was a miss for Aghi. Monica, 1 for the hit. 2. for the second. It's a good thing you have your hero points, because I will tell you right now, the number one use for your hero points is to spend them all to prevent dying. You are very near death.
I'm
Suddenly
like
the doors,
on my knees.
the doors start to shake. It bursts open. For a moment, you see a hand. Someone trying to flee out, and then suddenly, pulled. The door slams shut again. You hear screams of beasts, not unlike the one before you. Aghi, it is your turn.
Yes. Can't get to Monaco without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Body slam him. Just pick him up in the air and suplex him.
Yeah, can she shove him? I have knockback.
Yeah. You can shove him.
Perfect. I think that's still, I have to hit him first.
Oh yeah, yep.
If I actually did a good roll.
Oh
That's a
no!
miss.
All right.
You have 2 actions and a hero point.
Oh, let's check the second. All right.
Woo!
You have 1 action and a hero point. It is hit, so you may roll your damage. Actually, I will roll your damage.
All right. So if I, so the weight of my swing drives the enemy back, so I can push him back 5 feet.
We'll do
And
5
then
feet in that direction.
That
successfully.
incurs an attack of opportunity on my part. So, let me roll that real quick.
Yeah, and then I could immediately follow it.
And
And Aghi, you do follow up, right? You said
Yeah, up to my
Take that
striding.
step.
So
hopping onto the toppled ruined fountain. This thing, it's like a turned spider. It's flailing around to try to get up again. I believe you have 1 action left.
yeah, she's going to try and shove him a little bit further away again. So I'll be 3rd attack. Oh, never mind. Completely missed. She's just up too high. Critical miss.
That is a critical miss indeed.
Ugh. You break a nail.
Just fall off the fountain.
No, but you do tear a stitch in that glove of yours. You imagine you'd probably be bleeding, but no blood comes. Vesperin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna step here.
All right.
And I'm gonna hit him with Balgora. And I should get my flanking bonus and everything, right? So I get sneak attacks, yes?
Yes, you do,
All right.
because you do threaten with the whip out.
Sweet. Yes! Awesome! Awesome!
Ooh,
So
nice.
this is going to do a lot of damage. I have a lot of things to roll. Because I also get Deadly Ian, because he's marked. And I get my Debilitating Strike for another 2d6 of damage. And I
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll get the tax calculator out.
Okay. So, all right. All right. So, do I just roll the regular damage for critical?
So if you roll, roll the damage
Yeah.
and it'll double it. Just put it
Okay.
on him specifically.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Plus, and then I do the bleed critical, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Bleed critical.
Okay.
All
and
right.
then, my sneak attack.
Yep.
Ooh,
God
that's so good.
damn.
And then debilitating strike for another 2d6.
Yep.
But I didn't know how to add those.
Nope, I got it.
And then deadly gives me.
It upgraded the damage of the weapon
Mm-hmm.
to d6s
Oh, I
from
get.
d4s.
Yeah, so I should have been rolling d6s.
That's fine. I'll just roll 2d2.
Okay. And then it also gets another +1. Because it has backstabber.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
So that was a lot. It is
Yeah.
bleeding in a way that puts a clock on its life. Balgora has the tendency to do that. When you start hemorrhaging Balgora blood, your days are measured in seconds. But Sailix.
Wait, I
Oh, no, you got-
I still have 2 more actions. 2 more actions, man.
Oh, you got one
just...
because you took a step.
Oh, yeah.
You got one action.
No, because I have Skirmisher Strike, so I can step
Holy
for free.
What? Oh my god! What's the name of this? What's the name of it?
Skirmisher Strike. You can do step, action, or action, step, action, or as long as you're going in your rogue. Like again, it just gives you, and because I have the elf step, I can move 2 squares instead of 1 square, so I get free mobility basically.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. So I'm gonna try to attack again. Come on, let's Belgora baby. Oh my god! Yay!
All right.
So, it's a bummer that that's not a critical, but that's okay.
Run it again.
Yeah,
All right, I've got
exactly.
You. So I'm learning. Balgora.
Mm-hmm.
Click. Bleed. Actually, nope, because you're the D12
No,
bleed
'cause-
overrides the D6
yes.
bleed.
But do I get sneak attack again, or only at the top of the order?
Only one of the 2 ends up being
Okay.
sneak automatic.
Well, no, but I'm also flanking. Oh no, it is automatic because I also have that other thing that gives me automatic flat-footed on my second strike.
All right. Sneak.
Yeah.
Weapon.
Yeah. And then because I
Bleed
hit again,
overridden.
I can do another debilitating strike, so another 2d6.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you rolling or should I roll?
Yeah, I'm rolling it.
Okay.
All right, you have 1 action left.
Okay. Let's try to
But I'm
hit
going
it.
to tell you right now,
Uh-huh.
you better be very sure. Because the stakes are kind of high here.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh god, I'm scared. I'm gonna try to hit it again. This is probably gonna get me killed. But at least it's gonna be off Monica now. Ah, damn it.
All right, I can stabilize you if you die. If I die, then you're all screwed.
Oh man. Alright. That was my turn.
Salix.
All right. Sailix is going to take a step and strike. No.
It's a miss. You do hear screams. There's a small crack where the door meets at the center, that double door. You see a strange light on the other side of it. But you hear Varys.
Is he the one screaming?
Yeah.
Vesperin would say, go to him, we can handle it here.
Yeah, if that's the case, Sailix will shadow step beyond the beast.
Interesting. Well, you only really know of how to get to the other side of the door. You don't see really where the corners turn. So I'll put you right about here, about as far as you can shadow step. And I'm gonna let you know that this is what you see. Our other players don't see that though. And that door does swing open, but we'll get back to you. Actually, you should have shadow step is one action. You've got 2 actions left, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see Varys right in front of the third guy.
So I don't like. Does he have a token that you can pop up real quick?
Yes. There. You do see him, right?
No.
All right. 60 feet away from you. Another set of doors. You see Varys. He's mangled. He's in front of another one of these gugs. But up ahead, flanking the path, are 2 other gugs stirring about, descending from steps, moving in. To head straight to Varys means to deal with the 2 as they come towards you. So, what do you do?
Mm. Shit. I only have 1 action left. I guess I'm going to attempt to be a little sneakier. I guess because it doesn't look like the other 2 have seen me yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
Okay, he's gonna try to be a little sneakier. Stick to the shadows and things like that. Is there like is it an action to like enter stealth or something like that?
Yeah, stealth check. That is an action, I believe. Yeah, let's do a stealth check as an action. You attempt to remain hidden. Lucky for you, it is dark in here. But unfortunate for you, I've got a feeling these things, they don't need light.
All right.
Rune, I take it you understand what the initiative order is right now. There are a few shots at this. What do you do?
Let's see here. One. Um, I can find the right spell. Rune is going to shift himself there. And our bloke here needs to make a basic reflex save. And I will start this process here. Oh, well, that's a bad day for him.
He did critically fail that.
Yay!
And he falls.
As we're he just waves his staff in front of him, casting a spell. Smell of ozone appears in the air, or catches in the air as sparks of electricity light up along the staff, arcing out a lightning bolt at the creature, cutting through it and charring it.
And it falls to you. Its one hand was moving closer and closer to Monica. But now it falls limp. This place isn't calm yet, however, you still hear screams. You know exactly the direction that Sailix must have headed off to. And I believe you have at least an action left. What do you do?
He reaches into, his robes and pulls out a pair of very familiar axes and holds them out. They will do no harm.
What do you mean?
Use them and they will do no harm. No blood will be spilled from these axes.
She'll take them.
Vesperin is going to quickly and stealthily move after Sailix.
Right. Before we do that, however, Monica, what actions do you take?
I heal myself for one. I heal myself again for a second because I thought I had heal at a second level, but I don't. So I'll have to fix that later. There.
Excellent.
There's a
It's
familiar thump
Ugh.
as Monica feels very soothed and serene.
Oh, thanks. And then I'll look at Aghi and Vesperin and say, I'll be right behind you, but I won't get close.
I'll help you.
It sounds like Augie's turns facilitate approaching Rune, taking the axes. That puts Vesperin first at
Yeah.
opening those doors.
And, like, again, she doesn't really, like, she's in professional mode, so she just kind of gives the nod and because she knows what her job is here.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a fun, arbitrary distance. To have walked, peering down the hallway, it's quite large. This place seems like it was built for giants. Sailix was sneaking about. It is still quite dark in here. 2 gugs flank the path that leads to double open doors. A larger gug, some beast, much larger than the other 2 actually, stands. He eats a piece of maggot-infested flesh and then picks up Varys. You notice something is wrong about Varys. Gems all up and down his face. A horn, a large one growing, but then a second and a third. His expression, he's in agony. This one, though, it has eyes. It peers over in the direction of the doors as they opened. In Undercommon, he asks you to approach. This isn't about diplomacy. I'm going to do initiative again. You can reroll if you're trying to do stealth. This one picks up Varys
Oops.
and stands. He does take a step forward. He moves all the way into that room.
I rolled the wrong one. Sorry. Oops.
No, that's fine. Whichever one you rolled most recently will.
Okay.
There
we go.
Monica, you're first.
So
He's
he's
heavily
holding
wounded.
he's holding Varys.
Yeah. One of his 4 arms. You see gems are growing out of his shoulders as well. There's a luminescence about him.
Yeah, I can't really do much, so I'm going to do Glean Lore again on the crystal thing that's afflicting them. So I'm assuming
All right.
that's occultism.
Yep.
Okay.
And can you do me a favor and repop the map?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not loading. All right.
There we go.
See it now?
Yay!
So I got a 32.
You don't know what's going on with him.
Okay. I ready an arrow for if he starts to like try to hurt him more. But I don't want to take action until everybody else is done.
All right, Vesprin, how about you?
Okay, so he's holding like does it can you describe what's happening again exactly? Like, is it look like he's gonna eat him right now, or is it just like haha trophy?
Hard to tell. He ate a husk of meat the
Okay.
size of his torso. He could
Mhm.
if he wanted to. He's curious. It's like a cat plucking a
Okay.
bird's feathers, maybe. He is holding him. You did notice he stood from a stone throne behind him, where he
Mhm.
scooped him up at his feet. And he's just been walking towards the group. He spoke something in a language you don't understand.
Does it seem like he sees us?
He certainly saw the doors open.
Okay. Let's see. I am then going to try to be I guess I'm gonna step over here and try to stay sneaky. And I'll put my mark on Throned Gug. And that'll be my but like I'm sticking to the shadows for stealth and stuff.
Make a
And
stealth check for me.
Okay.
Nice. Sailix,
Right, me.
they are looking at you.
Oh, they okay.
more.
Well, then, if that's the case, Sailix will walk forward. If they're staring at him, he's
Yeah.
he's gripping Leviathan, which is at this point letting out like a low humming sound, and the blade is pitch black, and it's kind of like dripping off of it as it's tilted. The tip is tipped towards the ground. So he kind of walks forward.
What else do you do?
He points to Varys with a sword and then taps on his own chest because he can't understand Undercommon. At least I don't think so.
Diplomacy check. If that's what you're after. In Undercommon, he says something only Rune would understand to mean bad news.
Can Rune hear it?
Yeah, he ordered them to charge.
Oh.
What'd he say?
He ordered them to attack Sailix.
Ah,
He
fuck.
said charge.
Right.
Well,
They're quite large. With that range, the infected one closest to you makes an attack. Jaw first. To your surprise, it is a miss, but he'll match it with a claw. Oh, whoops. Only one hits, but the second one, drooling, it looks hungry. It lunges at you as well. First two jaw attacks, they do miss. Follows up with a claw attack, which swipes you. Sailix, you take another 19 points of damage. But the one you're after doesn't move. Rune, what do you do?
Well, Rune's entering the room, that's for sure. Action. You will put. One thing. You'll need to remove the quicken condition from Sailix, because that went away a long time ago.
All right.
it's
And-
infinite now,
Yeah. If only, right?
right?
Rune will look at Sailix and, at least against the lower creature, he will get Forbidding Ward. We get a plus
All right.
1 AC versus that particular creature, and it's a saving throw bonus as well. And that's his actions.
Aghi, you've got quite a path.
Yes. Augie will look over at Monica. Are you going to be all right?
Kieran appears in her
Save-
amulet.
Save the gloves for when it's really necessary. Go.
Okay. She will use sudden charge to stride twice.
All right.
That's 5, 10.
Yeah, you can close it.
Okay. Shoop. And she is gonna attack this one.
Aghi, what you weren't expecting is the length of the arms on these things.
She makes mistakes with charging.
Every time.
It's 2 attacks of opportunity as you charge in. You managed to actually dodge the second one, despite your little mini rage here. But the second one nabs you.
Excellent.
Gash. What would be a bloody one, but there's nothing there. Just the sting of nerve exposed to, fresh air. Not that this is even remotely fresh.
Ah,
But yeah, go ahead, take your actions.
it's okay because she can embrace the pain, and since he attacked her, she will attack him twice. So, yeah, she looks so much more comfortable now that she is holding her axes once again. I guess we'll see if they actually.
So for Embrace the Pain, it is an athletics check to grapple, if that's
Yeah.
what you wish to do here.
Nah, we're just gonna hit some things.
35 to hit, which one? North?
Yes.
All right. With Embrace the Pain, you can make that athletics check to grapple as well.
Okay.
But otherwise, that is a hit. I will roll your damage.
Yeah.
And you can trigger a knockback if you would like.
Here, we're gonna do the athletics to grapple. She is trying to make it so that Sailix can not have to deal with these things.
Oh, you beat it by 1.
Nice.
That is a grapple, and you do
All you gotta do.
knockback, and you do follow up the knockback. Which direction do you want this thing to go in? Away from Sailix?
Yeah, away from Sailix, back
Ah.
towards the wall.
Yes, this is why they called her the living
So as
battering
a-
ram.
Just as a descriptive point of note, the axe has drawn no blood whatsoever.
It's a pounding.
Ooh.
What? I think I have one more strike that I can do on it. Might be wrong.
Yeah, you should have one more
Okay.
on your first penalty.
Yes. Yeah, so she just. No. Still that one. Yeah, so as she's holding it, she's just trying to like bring her axe down on it.
It's a hit.
See here.
You get knocked back.
Knock it back.
So
Just
yeah,
like,
there's
get
some
outta
there's
here.
some barrier between the physical edge that is this metal and something that protects it from cutting in such a way. And with that, these blows they're traded as if you were hitting this thing with something like the force of a baseball bat, except it's still swift like an axe, and it's so much so that you manage to pin this thing effectively against the wall 10 whole feet from you, and this thing is several times your mass. But that you see the wall starts to crack a little bit as its body falls against it. That is your actions, though.
Yep.
The largest one takes a step backwards with Varus in hand, waiting patiently. Monica, it's your turn. What do you do?
Oh, well, I come into the room and still saying back as far as I can.
Right.
I can. There's not a lot I can do. I guess I'll just chuck some arrows at creatures, so I'll get where I can see the ones on the side.
Right.
So I guess
Karen
I'll.
will speak
Oh,
as you prepare that arrow.
yep.
Allow me.
Please. And I let him take control.
Well, the amulet just floats up
Mm-hmm.
to find a clear path.
Okay.
To whom? He says.
Can I guess I'll attack the towering one, the one that has the boy.
All right. Taking a step to clear that line of sight. A bolt of fire. Red hot. It's the first true illumination in this chamber. But it misses, or rather, this dog dodges. And you see in the background, that blackness that you saw beyond, suddenly there's this strange illumination. This flare bolt is highly precise. So it just moves in a straight line. And you see it illuminate a city beyond before fading out of sight.
Okay. Well, that didn't work the way we wanted it to. I will step back.
Vesprin.
How far can I move with the move action?
35 feet with you for with
So that's
elf
3.
speed.
Is that 6 squares or 7?
7.
Okay. So I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to take my skirmisher step for the 2. From here, can I hit the towering gug with the whip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
actually, no, you can't from there. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Then I'm going to just take the other, just make it a second move action, and then use my last action to try to hit it with the whip. Because this is the one, the towering one is the one that has Varus, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And you want that whip on your first attack.
Yeah.
Good call.
Hopefully this works.
It is a hit.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna, well, so apart from damage and all of that, I'm gonna use the suggestion, to, tell him, give the boy to me.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right. Good night, everybody. This has been good. This has been Pat. Wow. Okay. All right. So I will tell you right now, he needed to roll one number and one number only in order to fail that DC 25 will save, and he got it. So you enjoy a hero point. Varus falls to the ground. This Gug is trying to back away. And those are your actions. Sailix.
Well, I do damage and stuff to him too.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Indeed, you do. Yep.
Okay, so I
can
should
roll that.
probably roll that. So yeah, that. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. No, I read the wrong one. Sorry. It should be this one. Right? Or no, that's non-lethal. Hang on a second. This one. Yeah, that should be the right one. I didn't realize the dagger was at the top for some reason. And then do I get to roll to trip him, or how does that work?
The trip. No, you could trip if you wanted to using the whip. I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So can I try to trip him?
That would be. I think that's in lieu, or if you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Instead of suggestion.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And then since I hit him, I would like my debilitating strike to be that he has the
Movement penalty.
yes.
No, I knew.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I don't want him moving real fast to get either me or Varus again.
Don't go far, friend.
yeah.
He's slowed.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Varus is directly in front of you. So is an angry Gug, actually.
Well, you know.
To your right, but he's not worried. He's. Oh, sorry. Sailix is next. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just going way over here staring at you. Real mean like. So Sailix is going to move right here.
Yeah, don't
Move
be
action.
mad at me. I just saved your son. God.
I wasn't staring at you. I was staring
Okay.
at Anne. He's going to touch Varys and sink into the shadows and deposit him back here. Does he get an attack of opportunity when I'm like, because I'm kind of, it's like teleporting. I'm not.
You wait. Are you shadow jumping again?
Yeah.
You've used that. Your focus pool's empty.
I get it twice.
You used it once here and once at Breach Hill.
All right. Then.
Here I go killing again.
Huh?
You said here I go killing again.
Right. Oh, if that's the case, then step here instead, and he will. Wait, why did I take damage?
2 attacks of opportunity as you move in.
I took the long way around. How long are their reach?
Oh yeah, they have 10-foot reach because they're large.
Alrighty.
You've got 2 actions left though, right?
Yup. Did I hit with a 1? I did.
Yep.
Once.
Woof.
And then on his third, I'm going to use a drink my last greater healing potion. I don't.
Right.
I'm going to need you to apply it for me, though.
Yep. I've got you. Best friend. One of the Gugs attempts to grab you.
Oh boy.
43, I'm almost positive, beats your DC.
Yeah.
You're grabbed, pulled in. He moves back. He's trying to separate you. Aghi. This thing you're grappling, it tries to tip the scales a little bit. It doesn't like that, so it's gonna try to reverse it to grab you. That's a critical failure. It does not work. Rune, you can see roughly what he's trying to do. This guy's smart.
Straight movement is an action and not separate from the usual pool. Is that correct?
Second?
Movement is an action and not separate from the pool. Yeah, as in it takes an action to take your movement.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Eyeing what's happened in front of him, he throws his staff in front of him as he walks towards it, casting a spell. The staff in and of itself seems to warp and shape into this arcane portal or barrier, it looks like. As he passes through it, his bones shift as his skin turns a shimmery gold color and scaly as he transforms into a gold dragon. Of large size.
Yeah.
And moves up onto the creature.
You love to see it.
Not too close because it's got reach, yeah?
It does.
All right. Stop just
Perfect.
there. That's
Give
all
another
3 actions, unfortunately.
Aghi, you know a losing battle when you see one. This one's kind of hard to tell, though.
Yeah, I think her goal is to dispatch this thing as quickly as possible so that she can
Right.
move on. If I am trying to hit him while grappling him, does that incur some sort of penalty?
No. We'll say no for now.
Okay. Excellent. Then she will just continue to try and bash his face in with these bats of axes.
We can just call them blunted axes.
Blunted axes. I don't know if that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Second. And third.
Also a hit.
Perfect.
You've got a third action, right?
I rolled all three. I believe.
31.
1, 2.
Oh, and then the third one is a hit.
Yay.
Each one incurs a knockback if you wish to attempt to try to make it.
Do it.
Yeah, let's slam him up against this wall.
Really?
Over and over
All right.
again.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll tell you on the third one, the wall itself shatters. Make a reflex save, though. You might not have realized how high up it was on this wall. It's quite a drop below.
She didn't realize.
A loud boom can be heard.
Oh
Nope.
no!
Nope.
Hero
Nope.
point that! Hero point
Use
it!
your hero point.
Well, it's 0 point.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, re-roll that reflex save.
Oh gosh. Okay.
There it is.
Woo!
Extreme.
Polar
like that.
opposites.
This thing tries to grab your leg and just, no, not having it. You watch it fall an upsettingly long way before hitting the ground. You are very
Ooh.
lucky. The
Like the Spartan pit.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, she totally
sort of
came.
like that, except it's screaming all the way down. Those are your actions, though. The towering one. It attempts to grab Sailix. Sailix, your fortitude DC is 34.
Oh, God. Gee, God.
Critical success. You're restrained and immobilized. He latches onto you. With another strike, he attacks Vesperin. Screams at her, warns her to step back in a language she doesn't understand. Rune does, however. It's a critical miss, though. Vesperin, you can attack this thing. I'll give that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna throw Balgora at it. Which one is it? The towering one?
Yeah, you can tell he's sort of in a panic.
Okay. Cause like, she's mad. It has her man. Eh. Nope.
You do have a hero point. Just
I
saying.
don't want to use it for that, considering I'm still, yeah, because I'm still grabbed by the other one, so I feel like I'm gonna want to
Yeah.
save it to not get murdered.
All right.
Mm.
Well,
Monica.
since Aghi so very awesomely got rid of the other one, I'll move up under Dragon Rune's wing, because why not? And aim for the towering Gug. And that's 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
And chuck a Divine Lance at it.
Hmm.
See what happens.
Yeah.
For flavor, can I shoot it through my bow and then like it expands?
Sure.
Cool. I'm still not that good with the magic stuff. All right, so I am targeting this one. Come on now. There we go. Heck yeah. So it does 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier. I don't see where the damage is on here, but
Spellcasting modifier should be +4. It's heightened to half your level, I believe.
okay. So then it's 2d4.
No, it's going to be 64.
Okay,
I got
so
it.
thank you.
64.
That's d6.
Whoops.
I mean, if you want me to do that kind of damage, that's great. But
It does fire off. What else do you do?
so that's 2, and then I touch the dragon rune. Oops, and not cast that on the towering gug, but cast guidance on rune. And not really sure how it works, but I do it.
Gives me a random +1 to whatever I want to use it on.
Yeah.
My next turn.
It's just like Monica doesn't know how this works.
Vesprin, you're restrained. The way to break free is to make an unarmed attack versus the athletics DC
Oh, I
of
can't
the
do.
creature grabbing you.
I can't do just acrobatics or whatever.
To escape,
Yeah.
specifically, you make an unarmed attack against the DC of what they use to grab you. Alternatively, you can try to grab them. Which
Okay.
would just switch it. You would be free and they would be immobilized.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get out. What is the unarmed attack?
Oh, I put in your bonus. It
Oh,
should
I
be
see it. I see it. Okay. So, and then which one is it in the combat tracker? The
the infected one.
infected. Okay.
And you notice this place starts to
Okay.
rumble a bit.
I think I'm gonna try to hero point that.
All right.
Come on.
You still have 2 actions left.
All right.
But the only thing you can do currently is try to escape.
Yeah. So, yeah, she'd look at Rune and Monica and Aghi and just be like, get Varys out of here. Let's try to get the fuck out. And I'm gonna keep trying to get out. Ow! Cool.
Oh!
Sweet. So
You've got an action.
yeah.
Elf Step would help you in this situation. If you were to try to move, you reckon an attack of opportunity might pull you right back in.
I mean, I can step, right, without provoking?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you
Okay.
Elf Step, you get your
Yeah.
10 feet.
So I'm going to do that here, because then I can stab him in the back and get sneak
That you can.
attack. Right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to fucking stab him in the back, because fuck this guy. Get your hands
So
off
you
my
did
man.
2 escape actions,
Yeah.
and then your step. So you,
Yes.
oh wait, no, you have the
The
you've got
skirmisher
the
strike.
rogue yeah.
Because I can step attack or attack
All the
step,
actions.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a flank.
Yes. Do I use the third attack pool then for this?
No, this is different.
Oh, okay. So I can
Yep.
use the first one?
Yep.
Sweet. And this is the towering one, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Go Balgora! Yay! Okay, cool. So peanut butter murder time. So let's see. First of all, 1. Because I get all that shit on him. Oh, plus 1 more because it didn't add it. Or no, or did it? Maybe it did. No, it did. Never mind. Plus sneak attack. Cool. Plus bleed. Yeah. And I will do another debilitating strike. Since it already has the move
Movement.
penalty, I'll do the 2d6.
Excellent.
So 1. Oh, wait.
With that final blow, he stumbles and falls back. Something like nearly 20 feet tall, though. It's quite a loud fall. With it, his head smacks into the stone throne in the other room. That loud thunk, that's nothing compared to the sound of the walls slowly starting to crumble in.
Oh,
You
boy.
can hear sound outside of these ruins as well. Like the commotion has awakened something. You don't know where you are, but it's just a little bit safer now. Sailix. There's one last creature.
All
Between you
right.
and Rune, what do you do?
The towering one is down, right?
Yep.
Move here, and he's going to double slice. Oh, I'm hero pointing that, so give me a second.
That's a hit.
And once. Oh, man.
This is a reminder, chat, that you can use your channel points to give us hero points.
It's Sailix's enemy's turn. I'll give that a second, but
I just want to do something cool.
this thing moves in. It seems aware of its mortal wounds from Balgora, but it's ready for revenge. It latches onto Sailix immediately, fighting for a chance to inflict as much suffering as it's feeling right now. It's on death's door. He bites and returns with a slash. Pitifully. Clawing away. But the armor, little lance over there, Leviathan's just not having it. For what it's worth, Sailix, it seems like you know a lot about preventing blows from being exchanged, because you parried what he had. The dragon.
Rune roars at the creature from 15 feet away. He whips his tail at it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's that like for a roll?
Let's find out.
That's a hit.
He will then,
What else do you have?
move in. and clomp down with a bite.
He's going to take an attack of opportunity
Feel free.
by meeting you with a bite as well. Throat to throat. There's a mischance. What? It's a, what?
Hero point that one.
Oh, right, because of concealment. Oh, yeah, it does hit with that attack of opportunity from Jaw, and you do hero point into a second miss. Do you have any actions left?
Yeah, one more. He'll try
All
to
right.
draw one last time.
Don't forget you have a +1.
Clamping on to one another. +1.
Yeah, from my guidance.
I already used it on the first attack.
Oh, never mind then.
It only goes once.
You're
That's it.
latched on to one another. Fighting. You notice that tail strike. It did damage the infrastructure even further. Aghi, do you pay much attention to what's on the outside of this building, or are you concerned with the fight?
She probably does for a brief second as she like catches herself on the part of the wall that
Yeah.
hasn't fallen.
Perhaps there are some things you wish you didn't see.
Oh,
Pairs of eyes, maybe, off in the distance. Maybe it's just an eerie feeling. You really can't see much. It's almost complete darkness out there. But what you do see, your mind's playing tricks on you there. If you turn on your heels, you'll see all but one of these gugs remain. And it's fighting the dragon, you know.
yeah. Where is Varys at this point? Sailix couldn't shadow
On the
step
ground.
him.
Yeah, just ahead of Sailix. On the ground, you can
Alright.
reach him.
Yeah, she will go to Varys because now she wants to, if there's more of a fight coming, they need more hands on deck.
Right.
So I will, she already has the gloves on.
Okay.
46 plus 15.
Yeah, I'll run the healing for him. Or are you healing
Okay.
yourself?
No, him.
All right. Monica.
I'm just gonna be like, we need to go. We need to get out of here. This place is going to collapse.
Is he a dragon? Kyrian says.
For now, he's our wizard.
Yeah. Notice Kyrian is staring at him.
Are you going to come with us? Or should we go back? Sorry, I didn't realize that was Kyrian.
Kill this thing.
Fuck. I pull an arrow and I shoot at the thing.
All right.
There we go. So let me do that and that. Okay. So I shot it once and did that. It's also got, so that was the piercing damage. I'll shoot him again.
It's a hit.
All
right.
Yeah.
It screams. But it's still standing. This thing is refusing to die. It's like it's on a mission. It has no eyes, but you would imagine it would be dead set on Sailix here. Vesperin, you notice, now that it's your turn, Aghi is healing Varys to no avail. It looks like he's suffocating. There's a gem now coming out of his nose, which is split open.
Oh God. Okay.
Blood running over these crystals that are sprouting out of his face, just like mushrooms on the fountain in the next room.
Oh my God. And it doesn't look like there's any way to stop them.
You have no idea. He looks like he needs to be comforted. He's in a panic,
Okay.
flailing, reaching
Uh,
for somebody.
so I guess if it seems like the others have him, she would rush over to help Aghi.
Okay.
So again, I guess with like knowledge of like thievery or whatever, is it possible to remove some of these so he can breathe, or like
That's Make a. You have assurance on that?
no, I have assurance on stealth.
Okay, make a thievery check.
Okay. But I do have the thing where I basically succeed even when I fail.
Right.
As long as it's not a crit fail.
But that seems pretty
Okay,
good.
so think of it like an extraction.
Yeah.
Or picking a lock almost. His windpipe is it looks like it's being jammed as you push on it. There's a
Yeah.
crystal.
Okay.
Collapsing it. You manage to remove it, or at least
Okay.
break it. He's heaving. He immediately grabs for your hand or an elbow or an arm or something.
Yeah.
He's on his back in a panic. You
She
have an action.
yeah, like she has like her free hand like is on his hand, just like and you know her eyes are very clear and focused like with that I got you, while she's like playing basically Operation here. Is there anything else where it looks like she can remove something to help Aghi with the healing?
Now you can make a medicine check.
Oh, I do not have medicine.
No.
So my medicine would
Or
be...
you could help Aghi do this.
Okay.
Diplomacy if you're trying to encourage her.
I will fucking encourage the shit out of that and also say whatever I need to say to get him to calm down and relax. This is inspiration. I am using my other hero point to give a better rousing speech. All right.
It's a great use of a hero point.
Yeah.
We only have one hero point though, right?
All right.
She
I
got
got
one
a second
already.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the second one from. So yeah, so I am. I'm just like I have Varys by the hand, and I'm just like looking at him, and out of the corner of my eye, looking at Aghi, and I'm just like, listen, you are in the strongest and most skilled hands that I have ever met and I've ever seen. Aghi is a brilliant combat medic. She has saved more lives than I can fucking count, and there is no way. And she's looking directly at Aghi, and like she believes this so thoroughly that like you feel the weight of that. Like yeah, I can do anything.
I do have a +2 to my medicine checks, so if that helps at all. I didn't add that in.
Yeah. So I'm going full like believe in the you that I believe in or whatever. Or believe in the me that believes in you.
The gloves begin to glow as they do. Sailix, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to attack.
It's a miss. 2 actions left.
I'm going to attack again.
Critical hit.
All right.
Actually, health. Just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you're not getting that.
All right. So as Sailix misses on his first attack, he kind of swings back around, and as he brings Leviathan backwards, that humming pitch that it had before starts to turn into a eerily high pitched screech as it rings out throughout the room, probably horribly to everybody else's senses. Aghi would probably notice the song as the battle tempo that she kind of recognizes. As he brings the slash down on the monster, all along its legs and arms, just slashes open up and black seeping goo starts to pull out. But before it hits the ground, it just kind of collects back inside as it looks like it's withering when it falls over a husk.
There's a momentary peace. You gather your wits about you. Sailix, you turn a 180, you see Varys on the floor.
Monica has run over once she saw that Sailix had it. Monica has run over, ready to stabilize if for some reason Aghi can't, or as if this doesn't work with what Aghi's doing.
Aghi, your gloves glow. The writhing, it stops. He's unconscious though. As you look up to Sailix, the horn has grown on him as well. His gems coming in sharper. Sailix, you start to feel a pain in your skull.
Can I look for the gem that Varys had on him? His key?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it in his pocket.
Taking it from him, does it seem to do anything?
Nothing.
Sailix is gonna look to Rune and just kind of does Rune know Celestial?
Oh, yeah.
So in Celestial, Sailix will kind of just tell him, I'll teach you whatever you need to know about the crystals. Just transfer all of this to me. I can handle it. He's dying.
The doors on the far side swing open. Two dwarven women. One in armor, one in a cloak. They seem to have been searching for you, following this sound. The armored one with the dark hair skins about. She sees the dead bodies. Piss. Rune, you're looking out that you have dark vision?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see a ruined city, an ancient one. You know you're underground because it's vertical. Stacks and stacks and stacks of ruined buildings, and every time you look away, the corner of your eye, you see some sort of movement. This place isn't lit though. Drake, we need to go. Now. She calls out from the other room to the group that's gathered on the other side of this throne.
Monica helps lift the unconscious elf, but kind of looks at Aghi, go, help, I am short.
Yeah.
Aghi just lifts him up without, like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zephyrin hasn't let go of his hand and is just like, whatever.
All right. And then I'll approach the dwarfen women and say, we are the Unforgotten.
Right, you're gonna be fucking ash if you don't leave now.
Well, lead the way.
Right. Go to the doors.
Rune had gone over there to look down at the creature that Aghi had beaten to a pulp. Only because
yeah.
he knows that the axes don't kill; they only knock out. So he wanted to see the creature and where it was.
Yeah. Maybe it's semantics, or maybe you don't tell Aghi, but not one drop of blood does not apply at a fall of that height. You see the pulp on the bottom of this cliff.
Perfect. He will then dismiss the dragon form and return to his normal size.
All right. And as you guys gather, she opens the doors. You see a ruined city. It's more about what you don't see, though. Everything is stratified. There's a vertical element to dwarven cities. They can build up and up and up in these massive caverns, sometimes even building into the stalags themselves. They get so big. Welcome to Sagrak, she says. I'm gonna need stealth checks, though. She's navigating at a very discreet pace. Okay.
Nice.
Let's facilitate about 10 minutes of travel. Speaking is a risk here. You can tell both of the dwarves, they urge you to shush. Is there anything you wish to say to them in these 10 minutes, though?
Nope.
Rune
Sailix is
cast.
just-
Go ahead. What did you say? What does Rune do?
He casts Sphere of Invisibility.
Perfect.
He covers an area. He covers a bunch of us to become invisible.
She creeps in. Not a sound. Move.
I'm
Aghi.
using trackless step at the back of us so that we can't be followed. So kind of trying to clear our tracks.
I also feel like Vespa would hang on to Varys because, like, she knows that even with somebody, she's probably more stealthy than Aghi is.
Aghi, speaking of,
Not
passing
quite.
over on a cliff as you're trying to head into some nook. This place is an absolute maze, and you're certain that without a wizard or a guide, you would be lost and probably die in here. You already have no idea how to get back in this strange three-dimensional maze that is living underground. But you topple a large stone. Normally, this isn't a problem, except for the echo chamber that is this cave system. Who can see in the dark?
Me.
Thanks.
Who else?
I have low light, but that's it.
Where do you
think
even?
it-
I have
No.
low light as well.
I have dark vision.
I have greater dark vision.
So, wow, you're both pretty. Well, then, to those who can see in the dark, you start to see large figures rising up from the depths below, which is just once upon a time was probably some section of this city. Sailix, Rune, you did see far off in the distance people moving in and out of some of these buildings, but it doesn't make sense. A place like this, it's too cold. There are beasts about. There's no way that these are the type of people you want to encounter. These creatures that rise up, though, they're maybe 50 feet tall. Skeletons of dwarves, but massive in size. And with that tumbling, they rise up. You just hear. You move closer. There's some source of light. From fungus nearby, you see these towering skeletons. Sinister expressions on their face. But they scan. They look for something that they can see. The invisibility probably saved your lives here. 3 of them, 4 of them. A 5th and a 6th, about a mile away, off in the distance. It's a winding ravine. This place used to be sprawling. It still is in a sense, but it looks like it's been overrun. These are all things you don't want to be seeing right now, but what do you guys do?
Keep on moving.
Yeah.
I look to the ones who can't see the shit that's out there and just.
Which is Aghi Vespa Marco?
Yep, and he just makes the motion to keep following quickly.
We need to take hands. Points. There's a strange tunnel system maybe a mine, plumbing of some sort. It had since been collapsed, but you can tell they've got some place to squeeze through. The maze gets even more dense. The smith, Monica, you notice, not much taller than you, sees perfectly in the way that she acts, looking about the scenery. She grabs your hand. Longbraid reaches to Aghi's. Sailix, you grab Vesperin's hand.
Sure does.
All right.
He'll do one better. He'll grab her corset strings.
Oh my god.
Because her hands are full of Varys. Like,
Your son is
that's fair.
unconscious.
Wow.
and she's holding him, and he
God.
needs
Wow.
a better leverage point.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
And his eyes still just roll
Oh,
up.
wow. Like, I feel like that's one of those moments where her face is just like, you know, like she's in that like mode of like, you did not, but like, because of the situation, we can't fucking say, so it's just, fucking words.
It's probably best because he was looking forward. He was probably groping around for the strings at the beginning, you know, just to make sure.
Yeah, not that he
Your son
can
doesn't
see
even see it.
perfectly in the dark or nothing, but
She don't know that.
Let's do round 2 of stealth checks. It is even darker than it was before. There is no source of bioluminescence here. Those who are being led by hand, you have no idea what's happening. You sort of see the bubble, the sphere of invisibility, especially when you get too close where you might fall out of it. But
I'm gonna also do one, you know, since this is like super dire and all, I'm gonna also put because I have disappearing, because the invisibility sphere is specifically like a contained area, right?
Correct.
yeah,
Okay.
Excuse me. Can I just knock Aghi out and carry her?
That's probably for the best.
I'm
Um,
just gonna put her on my shoulders like a piggyback and just be like, shh.
right. I'm gonna use
My God.
the dust of disappearance.
you do have a.
He's my hero
Oh,
point.
you do. I
Yeah.
think you do have a hero point left.
No, she used it earlier.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Just
Yeah.
Again,
fall.
chat.
So,
Let
Help
me
us
Ian,
out.
die.
for this part, I'm gonna use I'm gonna sprinkle the dust of disappearance on me and Varys. And the other cool thing about this is that it says that it can't be negated or seen through by any spell 3rd level or lower, or any item 5th level or lower, which is kind of
Okay.
neat. I don't know if that's gonna matter, but just in case. And now I'm going to use my stealth roll.
I won't say whether or not it matters.
But I figure being extra safe is, I am fucking secret agent Metal Gear! I have a cardboard box, and I'm just rolling through this place. Yeah!
All right. Well, you're really helping out here. The combination of that and the invisibility is maybe almost enough to account for the fact that Aghi accidentally tipped over one of the 8 support pillars on this chamber that you're inside of, which created. What do you got? You got something?
This lady's holding my hand. This is her fault.
Oh, okay. All right. So you just got an excuse, not something to like do
No,
in the
no.
game. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite loud. Maybe even just outside of where the sphere of invisibility is concerned. Suddenly, creatures start to stir. Those who can see in the dark. Massive bats. Fangs the size of a good dagger. They come out sniffing. What do you do?
I am one with the darkness right now, so, like, that's what we're doing.
Walking quicker.
Using Mage Hand. Because of the level I'm at, bulk 2 stone is just he'll use reach to extend the mage hand out to 60 feet, so he picks something up 60 feet away and throws it in an opposite direction.
There's a shaft for sewage, maybe magma once upon a time. It lands in it, and it falls, and it falls, and it falls, until it's too quiet. You don't know if you're hearing an echo or the continual tumble. But those two bats, each one larger than any of you, pull out. They immediately chase the hole, but then suddenly you hear 3 of them, 4 of them, a swarm of them. This place is inhospitable. That's what you understand from this, the look of terror that these dwarves give you. You imagine they're native to this place, and still, this isn't somewhere they visit. And yet again, as if it had been the one thing they rehearsed in their lifetime, the finger to the mouth. And they urge you to press on.
Yeah, quickly.
An hour passes. Complete darkness, tunnels. Eventually, you start to see that blue light. It's a combination of something in the atmosphere here, this weird underground, darkland style ecosystem and bioluminescence reverberating. There are some creatures here that aren't harmful. You realize, though, you're out of the scariest place, that city, and then through the sewers. It does take about an hour and a half before you finally reach an opening. First, you see chimney smoke. Then you see houses. Then you see light. Panorama opens up. Looking down, Kelda pulls her hand back from Marika, bumps her with an elbow. Welcome to Kovlar.
At
So we're gonna
that
end it
point,
tonight, guys.
at that point, Monica kind of falls over because she's in a lot of pain and has been holding it in for however long that trek was.
And we'll end it on that view tonight, guys.
Great.
Right then.
Oh boy.
So,
Yeah.
welcome to Kovlar, folks. Welcome to
Man.
book
It's been
4
a
of
day.
Pathfinder Age of Ashes. Yes, this
Happy
is my Dark Souls
birthday!
book.
Happy birthday, Sailix!
Oh my
Fuck
god.
your birthday, Salix.
This is the
Fuck
worst
your
Yeah.
day.
birthday.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Celebrate every 7
It's-
years and then this shit happens.
Right?
Above all else, it has also just been a long day.
I
You
just
guys
want.
need to sleep.
Oh my god. Yeah. I just
Woke
want to
up
say,
hungover.
like, where the fuck were these rolls on my actual fucking birthday?
Right?
like this year is the game I wanted on my birthday, where it's like, yeah, I'm the MVP here with all these like,
Fantasy Grounds is
right
making it up to
fucking
you.
time.
It's making it it felt bad about
Yeah.
ruining your birthday, and so it's making it up to you.
Oh man, yeah, that was awesome.
Man, well, you guys survived the craziest dungeon crawl I've thrown at you yet. Well done. Hundreds of points of damage dealt. And now 50 shows directed. Thank you so much, Daniel. I want to give you and Salix a little bit of appreciation here on this important milestone day. But
Yeah.
before we go, let's do our character outros and maybe some thoughts. Maybe some thoughts on what's going to happen next. Let's start with Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I played Rune Ravenswood, the panicking wizard who's quickly run out of spells over the span of a day. Use so many spells.
Right.
Oh, just all of them.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left out of like the 20 or so that I've got. I am very eager for a dungeon crawl.
Yeah,
I'm very eager for a dungeon crawl.
that's
yeah.
what I've set out for this book. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I played the Vesper, the CL Rogue, and I was happy I finally got to use my whip successfully for literally the best fucking thing. That was awesome. And I'm surprised it actually worked. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. You can find me at savagesparrow.com. If you want cool gifts for your nerdy friends and family, we sell many amazing shirts and accessories and apparel and all exciting fun things. As for what I think is going to happen next, Vesperin right now is currently occupied by both her man and her man's kid have these fucked up things growing out of their faces. And she's might upset about that. And but in the back of her head, she's also like, I really hope these dwarves don't fucking murder me because I have an evil dwarven dagger.
Yeah, that is a good catch.
Uh-oh.
Spence.
Hi, I'm Spence. I live here. You can find me, well, first of all, Monica is at 30 hit points. 30.
Yep.
Out of
Me last week.
Out of 100
13 by that combat.
Yeah, at the end of combat, I was at 13 hit points, and that is out of 140. So, I'm on death's door again. But I have a chance this time to save myself. And you can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Resonant Moon.
Sam.
Hey guys, I'm Sam. I played Aghi, the half-orc barbarian who is so happy to finally have axes that don't make people bleed. So, yay, loophole.
We love a loophole.
I know. I mean, I was like, I could strangle people or something, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Will would love that.
That's my job.
It's great.
That's my job.
Yeah, and very confused about this person that is being said to be Sailix's child, but Aghi is.
I raised murder hobos.
Oh my god.
So it should be interesting. Hopefully the
Jeez.
dwarves can help. But on Tuesday, I'm running our last game of Relics. It'll be the final episode. We'll see who lives and who dies. They're still stuck in a temple, so
Oh, jeez.
exciting.
Last but not least, Daniel.
Hi guys, Daniel. I'll try to hurry up and make this real quick. I played Sailix live the other night, who was infinitely stressed out over his kid, and got to use some awesome killing action with his sword. Furthermore, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be awesome, so I can't wait. I love dungeon crawls, and you should definitely check us out. We have Pathfinder running throughout the rest of the month. We have our new show schedule coming out soon. I will be starting a game up for newer players. If you guys are interested in joining that game, just message any of our social media accounts, and we will be able to set you up or look at bringing you into the party. But yeah, it's just a little short 5-episode little thing, and yeah, that's all I got for right now.
All right. Well, we have arrived at the dwarven city of Kovlar. You'll learn what this is, what it means, how it relates to Sagarak, that museum of absolute nightmares that you had to literally flee from. But we'll be picking up pretty much directly on the heels of this next week, so you should follow, subscribe, and catch us this time next Sunday. Because yes, there is more calamity to come, but I'm gonna let you go to sleep before midnight. Well, midnight our time, because I'm selfish.